How do they deal with the attention that you're starting to get? Because it's a little unusual that you're one girl on an all-boy baseball team.
I messed up once. I missed one ground ball. One ground ball. He goes, yeah, like, you messed up your chance. I was like, I messed up my chance when you have the leadoff hitter striking out every fucking time. They're allowed to make mistakes. And that's the thing with it. I'm not allowed to make a mistake. I'm not allowed to. And I understand that's what comes with that baggage of me playing as a girl in the sport. But like, I'm like, dude, if you can't see past that, why am I here? I remember playing in, what town was that? Lyndhurst, I think. And we already were the only black and brown team there. But I'm not understanding that then. I was like 9. We didn't process that. We're just playing ball. And that's not the only story. I went to a tournament in November, and I'm telling a coach about how I made the Puerto Rican national team. And he goes, oh, that's dope, that's cool. So you speak Puerto Rican? And I was like, all right. And I laughed it off. I told my friends after, laughed it off. But then you go home and you start thinking about what that actually means.
All right, so how does it feel to be back at this field right now?
I feel a lot of emotions. I don't know, a lot of happy ones. I won a lot of championships here. It was super exciting. I got my first home run here. I remember hitting that and like speeding around the bases because I didn't know what to do. It was an amazing time. I think being here, like, I don't remember feeling that since then. Like, I haven't felt that family since I've been here. I didn't have guys on the team that came up to me and was like, yo, Gabby, I got you. And that's the difference that I saw from when we were little. We just loved each other a lot. And like, not that they didn't care, not that they weren't nice, not that they like othered me necessarily, but at the same time that I was leaving the baseball team in high school, my guidance counselor actually found something called Baseball for All. And Baseball for All is an organization that brings together girls from all around the nation to play baseball and promotes and helps protect girls who are trying out for their high school teams and stuff like that, but also has national tournaments every year where you can go and play. And there was a tournament in San Francisco in 2016, the same year I left. And I was like, yo, finally, see, I don't even have to lose baseball. F this shit, like, whatever. I'm gonna go play women's baseball. Like, that's cool. Like, I get to meet girls that went through the same things I went through, and that's super exciting. So I went to the tournament in San Francisco, and it was a blast. I had a blast. And because I was having fun, I played amazing. So that was my intro into it. And then time went on in girls baseball, and I saw that, especially in San Francisco, and as years went on when I went to certain tournaments, I was like, there's not a lot of women of color here. So I was like, all right, I need to figure out a way to expand this community. I need to figure out a way. So, I kept that in the back of my head for some time. And time went on in girls baseball. And that dream of wanting to start my own thing only became more clear in my mind because I was like, I don't really fit here. I was like, damn, I found girls baseball, but there's something about it that I don't fit. I don't know if it's a cultural thing. I don't know if it's the way I speak. I don't know, whatever it may be, but it's just like, and it's nothing personal because I found really good friends within the girls baseball community, but something wasn't clicking, something wasn't meshing. I was like, okay, All right, so 2020 comes around, and I'm like, damn, have all this time on my hands. Let me think about this team I want to start. So I had the idea, I had the name for a while, Reinas Baseball. And I was like, I want to do Reinas, because Queens, that's like dope. Why not? Like a crown and shit, like that's dope. But also putting the name in Spanish to bring some cultural aspect to the team. I love that. To put us out there as like, let's be a little different. So I thought about that and, you know, what's my mission? You know, I know what I want out of this, like what is my mission? And I'm like, I want to grow racial diversity. I want to grow cultural diversity. I want kids that can't afford to play baseball and not have to worry about their parents paying for it. Like, that's my dream. As the pandemic was like calming down, I brought together girls. A lot of girls from Brooklyn, a couple girls from Jersey, some girls from upstate, girls from Queens. Came together and made my own little squad. And I was like, okay, you know, we're doing something here. I was able to get really kind people who donated to our team. And we were able to go to a tournament in Maryland completely cost-free. It was a really good experience. It was a really great experience for me to learn how to handle the team. And it was difficult because I was 21 when we went, and these girls are 18. So we're like the same age. So it's hard to be a chaperone and put yourself in a position of power and like influence, but also you want to be their friends also. You know what I mean? You want to try to balance that relationship. But yo, I trained these girls and we did amazing. We did so well. I literally taught a lot of them were softball players. I taught them how to play baseball, and we did really, really well. I realized the impact that had, and it gave me a push to want to do it more. Life hits, and it's, you know, things don't always turn out how you want it to, at least not right now with my team. There's a lot of things that for Reinas I want to do. I want them to get involved in community service work. I want them to have a community center they can come to after school and study and learn and stuff like that. But it's hard to run something beautiful when you need that type of program for yourself. I would benefit from a free program right now. Like, I would benefit from something like that. So it's hard to juggle the two. And, you know, as you say, you know, I can't take care of somebody else unless I'm good. You know, unless my mental is good, unless I have the time and capacity to really tackle this right now. But the future's bright, you know, when I am ready and when I can really rally people together to create this and find investors and people who believe in a nonprofit like that. Girls baseball is coming up, and women of color need this support right now. Need an outlet, need something. I was just talking to some girl on the street right before, you know, we started talking, and she was like, you know, I quit the Coliseum because it's just not worth it, man. Like, it's not fun anymore. It's not worth the stress. I got a million things to do here. We're in the New York inner city, yo. Like, it's difficult. And especially when a team just doesn't value you. So when I'm ready and when I can rally people together, I want to make a safe space for girls in baseball. A big challenge for me is trying to muster up the courage to bet on myself. I haven't done that in so long. You know, when I got betrayed as a child by coaches or whatever, I was like, F you, like, whatever. I'm still a good baseball player. I'm going to go find my tribe. And after getting let down and getting the door shut in your face, it gets discouraging. And you're like, all right, can I even do this anymore? When I'm around baseball, I'm so happy to be around it. It makes me want to play the next day. So how can I keep baseball in my life? And that's been the biggest challenge, but also my biggest lesson this year is, all right, like, now it's time to do me and to figure out how hard I could actually work. In a couple years or even in the next year, I don't know what's gonna happen. What I've realized is, you know, lots of doors are closing for me here. in New York, living in New York, just here in general. So this summer I'm taking the step in order to just completely focus on baseball and to be closer to the team. I'm moving to Puerto Rico for the entire summer, and to just be in my solitude and understand what it's like to really be alone. You know, I've never had a problem traveling alone, but to really sit in that and sit in my feelings, to really figure out who I am on my own without any ties to home, is what I want to do. To focus on baseball, to wake up in the morning and say, hey, I have a game to go play. I haven't been able to say that in years. To do it consistently. And, you know, I can't wait to join this group of girls. I can't, you know, I want to come in and be like, hey, I want to follow your lead. They've already built a culture of fun and energy and wanting to win, and all I want to do is contribute to that. And, you know, I'm coming from a different world. You know, we're all Puerto Rican, but, you know, I'm a New Yorican, you know, I'm a Puerto Rican from this side, and how can we blend our two worlds to make something really, really special is what I want to focus on. And also for Reinas, right? I want my girls' baseball organization to flourish. This is something that's needed for the girls for girls in the inner city, for girls in Teaneck, right? I remember growing up, yes, I grew up in a house, but it didn't mean we had all the money in the world to go on vacation. I never went on vacations. It was, you know, my mom splurged on baseball for me, thankfully. And, you know, as time went on, it still got harder to afford. So doing and making sure that I'm good professionally and I'm good within myself and my mental is good, you know, then I'd have the time and the capacity to make sure that my girls are good and to build a community of girls in baseball.